Hi everyone, welcome to the muster drill. I'm Scott, and today we're going to talk about one island who still doesn't want any cruise ships coming, and another island that can't wait till the ships start arriving. Hi everyone, welcome back. So, the Cayman Islands, a very super popular destination for cruises, have been for many years. It's one of my favorite islands, actually. So the Cayman Islands have been one of basically the last holdout for, the cruise industry restart, and they're not, they were not budging on any of this for cruise ships early on, and they made it very clear that despite their, slow but, suredly, restart to tourism and allowing people to fly in and stay somewhere on the island, the Cayman Islands have made it abundantly clear, constantly, nonstop, over and over again, that they do not want cruise ships coming because of the health hazard that, the COVID health hazard that it presents. So, they had originally mentioned that they had originally set dates and stuff for when that's going to happen. And now, now they've come out and said that they're extending that cruise ship ban until, at least the 31st of December 2021. However, there's every indication that the cruise ship ban is going to continue on and on for even months, at least for the first 2 or 3 months in 2022. I mean, the Cayman Islands are just, they're focusing more on their actual, tourism where, their local tourism where people are coming and staying. I guess that makes the most sense for them, as far as a, COVID standpoint. I guess those people can come in and they're staying and they can quarantine, and, I guess they're staying and they're spending more money and, and all this other stuff because, they're going to be there for a longer time than just, a couple of hours that day and so forth. So, yeah, it's interesting that they're taking this stance. The one thing that I can actually think about off the top of my head that kind of makes the Caymans stand out from a lot of the rest of the Caribbean islands is the Caymans are still governed by the United Kingdom, by England. So, they still have a royal governor, and and they're still a colony of the UK. So, you'd think that, okay, maybe that has something to do with it. I mean, that's the only real difference I can think about, them. But at the same time, I mean, look at the UK. I mean, people are coming to the UK and stuff. So who knows what the, situation, really boils down to. But no matter what, their story is that they don't want cruise ships coming there because it's a health hazard to their local, population. And okay. As far as I'm concerned, okay. I mean, I like the Caymans. I can't wait to get back to the Caymans, but, I, can also wait to get back to the Caymans, until they're comfortable with us coming in. So it's interesting. So now, that kind of leads into the flip of that, which is the British Virgin Islands. Okay. Again, another island, governed by England, who can't wait to welcome cruise ships back to, the British Virgin Islands. So, in a statement, their premier, their prime minister or their minister of tourism, or their premier, I guess the governor of the territory or whatever, said that they're really looking forward to a busy cruise season coming up. And they're hoping to get back to pre-pandemic levels of visitation, of tourism, cruise ship tourism specifically. They had cited some numbers, like more than like 120,000 people visited the 2017-2018 cruise season. and it was adding like something like, gosh, like almost $10 million to their economy and stuff. So, it's interesting because, the Caymans are governed by the UK, and obviously the British Virgin Islands are governed by the UK. So it's kind of like a completely different position. And I don't know if the UK affiliation has anything to do with it whatsoever. I mean, it would suggest that it doesn't, since, one has a completely opposite position. But in any event, it's interesting. So, one is not wanting, one is still being the, eternal holdout for the cruise lines, and the other, is saying, hey, we want more and more and more. St. Kitts is kind of has that same attitude as well. St. Kitts is like, listen, we want the bigger ships coming in now with more people who are on those ships, so that we got more people coming into the island. And, on top of all that, they're all mostly on the CDC's level 4 don't go there list, so, but I mean, like, the cruise ships can't ignore that, that level 4 list, because I mean, they'd have no islands to sail to if they did. I mean, they're practically all of them on there. So yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about today was, this glitch that came from Carnival's, computer system. Now, this is so recently there was an email sent out to all these people who are sailing in 2022 saying, hey, listen, you've got to log in and do your vaccination, attestation or whatever, telling us, are you vaccinated or not or whatever. And of course, if you say no, then it leads you to the page where you can request the exemption. But in any event, you only have a couple of days to do that, like 48 hours, 72 hours, something like that. You only have a couple of days to do it, or they cancel your cruise, one way or the other. So, so in any event, all these people, got this email recently for cruises that occur in 2022, which is, those emails come like, I don't know, like a week or so, or a couple of days or so before the cruise. So, that's way too early. And this, of course, is the second time that this has happened. It happened like back in early July, when Carnival first got going. I think their first sailing was July 3rd, and their second one, the Horizon, I think was July 4th or whatever. But anyway, it happened like a little bit after that, but it was early July that the same thing happened. Glitch in their system, sent out all these emails to people who were booked on sailings that it was way too soon for them to get that email. And, so people are freaking out, so they go to the website and they, click on the, they log into their reservations and stuff like that. And of course they scroll down the list. There's nothing there for them. That link for you to click on to go in and answer those questions isn't there. So, they're confused. And of course, they start reaching out to Carnival, and, Carnival does, what they would normally do, which is, hey, listen, that was a mistake and we're sorry, but I think to myself, we got enough worry about with that, 48-hour window to get a negative COVID test, and then everybody goes and gets that test, and then they're sitting around biting their nails, worried to, no end as to whether or not that cruise or that test is going to come back negative, so that they can keep going on their, so they can go on their cruise. And, I mean, I know I'm worried about it every time, and, I definitely see a lot of other people worried about it, so in any event, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? So, it's the second time it happened. I'm sure Carnival's working on it, but I'm sure, it just added some extra, to everything for everybody. So anyway, so I think that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. And then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It won't cost you anything. You click it once and you're done, but it will really help our channel out. Thank you very much to those who have subscribed so far. We really appreciate your support. And then don't forget to click that notification bell so that you know every time we upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.